old you think you are then, Tarzan of the bloody apes? Oops. All right, come on. Out. Look, I know you're in there. Out, I said. I promise you won't move then.
Problem, is there?
Yes. Seems someone's being beastly to the Germans. Flooding their country with counterfeit Deutschmarks.
What's that to Interpol?
Seems they're running the bloody things off over here.
Well, we are in the common market now.
The Germans aren't amused.
No, I can see how they wouldn't be. Any leads so far?
Just the one in the northwest. I'd like you to go up there, check it out.
Yes, well, I suppose there must be worse places to be in November. I must confess I can't think of any offhand.
You know that George Bullman's up there?
Yes, sir.
We use him, at least for the legwork.
Yes, sir.
Anything wrong, Barrington?
No, not at all, sir. They also serve who have chips with everything.
Well, lads, stand by your legs. Reference one Lenny Brooks and counterfeit Mazuma.
Well, shouldn't we wait for Miss Doran?
Linda's moved on. Past is new.
That was sudden.
Not really. She applied a couple of months ago, just after she passed that promotion exam.
Ah, super. She's been promoted then.
Rank of detective sergeant.
Oh, well, that's nice. We must grab a beer off her next time we see her in the boozer.
I'm afraid you'll have to wait till you're back in the smoke, George. Linda's been transferred to the Met.
Juvenile crime?
Anti-terrorist squad.
Lovely.
That brings me back to Lenny Brooks. Lovely Leonard to his face.
What is he, a pop star or something?
No, he's a wrestler. Well, he's retired now by popular request. Apparently he had this unfortunate habit of forgetting they were only supposed to be kidding and breaking people's arms.
That was careless of him.
Oh, they thought so, yeah.
Well, what's he to us?
A couple of weeks ago, he went for a midnight swim at the local municipal and left suddenly when the law arrived, wearing nothing but a big smile.
Drafty.
Well, hell, he was picked up later outside Mothercare, wrapped in the news of the world, and in some deep personal distress from frostbite. He's inside at present, charged with indecent exposure, breaking and entering, and trying to drown a police officer.
It's hardly our bag, though, is it? Streakers.
Apparently his wife fronts weren't all he left behind.
Deutschmarks.
You sure?
Identical serial numbers.
There speaks the swift detective. You're right, they're forged.
What the hell would a geezer like Lenny be doing with work of this quality?
Well, that's what the Yard wants to find out.
Are they involved?
They are now.
Do you know this geezer, Gun?
Yeah, Dick Barrington. University entrant, with a posh accent, and a highly developed case of narcissism.
Narcissism? What's that?
God's truth, Willis. Were you brought up or dragged up?
I was brought up in a hurry, Gun.
Narcissism comes from the Greek god Narcissus. So called because he woke up one day, looked in a mirror, and cut off his ear.
I thought that was Van Dyke. So this Barrington's on his way to the top floor, Sarge?
No chance. Dick will remain a detective sergeant until the cows come home. He's too tricksy for his own good. Talking of fallen angels.
Hello, George. Small world.
Too small sometimes.
Yes, I said you'd be glad to see me.
Oh, I am, yeah. Ecstatic. Detective Constable Derek Willis, Detective Detective Sergeant Richard Barrington.
Detective Inspector now, actually, George.
Ah, great. Since when?
Well, last year, as a matter of fact, shortly after you were shunted off to these northern marches.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I thought you'd be pleased. Pity about your own thing.
Eh?
Murder squad.
Murder squad. What about it?
Didn't you know then?
What are you on about?
Sorry. Only, well, there was this job going. DI's job with the murder squad, and the rustle on the grapevine was that you were going to come back for it. The next thing we heard was McCann had got it. Only a rumour, mind you.
Yeah.
How is it Shakespeare put it? Rumour is a pipe blown by surmises, jealousies, conjectures, and of so easy and so plain a stop that the blunt monster with uncounted heads, the still discordant, wavering multitude can play upon it.
Something like that, yeah.
Henry IV.
What?
Where it comes from. That bit about rumours.
See you later, then.
Bleeding Burke.
Old chums, then, Sarge.
Oh, I wouldn't go as far as that.
You don't like him.
Very discerning of you.
Why not?
I know. Probably a class thing. You know, the chip on my shoulder showing. Or is it that self-satisfied smirk he's always got on his face? Makes you feel that if he was a cat, he'd lick himself to death.
Yeah, that was a turn-up. About Linda.
Yeah. Everybody on the promotional stakes except us.
Maybe we've been earmarked as low flyers. Even your mate's got silver shoulders now.
Dick Barrington's special agent. Better known to his peers in the smoke as Clever Dick.
Is he clever?
Ah, he thinks he is. Well, he's got a first at Oxford. You know. Henry IV, eh?
Part one.
Since when did you ever see Henry the bleeding Fourth? You haven't even seen the mousetrap.
Oh, it's amazing what you can pick up, Gov. Off the backs of matchboxes.
Wenn Sie Glück haben, finden Sie diesmal eins, wo das Essen einigermaßen schmeckt. Hirsch?
Ihr Gespräch nach England.
Danke.
Hello, yes?
Conron?
Yes?
Helmut Hirsch speaking. Just to let you know, I have managed to locate that bit of equipment you wanted.
Great.
So I'll be coming over to see you quite soon.
Will you be bringing it with you?
We'll see. I'll be in touch.
Oh, a terrible chatterbox, our Helmut, isn't he? Can't get him off the phone. He's coming over.
Is he bringing it?
Oh, he'll not commit himself. But then he wouldn't, would he? Any more than I would.
Why Deutschmarks? I mean, if they're running them off over here, why not sterling?
Which currency would you rather have in your numbered account if you had a choice?
Does Lenny Brooks know that we know the notes are fakes?
No. They'll be returned to him with the rest of his things in the usual way on the day he leaves jail.
Anyway, who says he knows? I mean, he might have accepted them in good faith on his last package tour to Germany.
Yeah, we are clutching at straws, George. Let that be admitted right away. At the same time, it is the only lead we have.
Right. What's the cover?
Lenny gets out tomorrow. It's a question of following him, getting to know him, becoming his blood brother. You'll find all the form we've got on him in there. It's what you'd expect. GBH, drunken, disorderly, petty villainy. There's also the address of his flat, his favourite boozer, and the gym where he trains.
That's efficient.
Anything for you, George? You know that.
I thought he'd retired from wrestling.
He's a fitness nut. He believes a healthy body leads to a healthy mind. Not that it's shown any signs of taking yet. He also gives lessons to eager young lads down there, anxious to improve their chances in the Saturday night punch-ups.
We thought you might get down there, Willis. Volunteer for some.
Terrific.
Right, Poe. Any further questions?
No, sir.
Well, let's get on with it, shall we?
After you, sir. Well, there was one thing more, actually, sir.
Well,
Detective Inspector Barrington.
what about him?
Are we working to him, sir, or to you?
Think of yourself as working with him, Bullman.
What time will they let him out?
Usual time?
Oh, you remember, do you? Well, he'll have no transport. We'd best pick him up, save his legs.
You're not going to wear him again, are you, boss? After the way he cocked things up.
Oh, be charitable, Knocker. It's only high spirits with Lenny, isn't it? He needs, talking to about them. Yes, you two go and pick him up. It's nice to see a couple of friendly faces when you come out through those gates.
Whenever I see a prison, Willis, I get all warm inside. You know, like the advert for the kids running through the rain.
You're partial to Nicks, are you, son?
Oh, no. I mean, not to Nicks per se, Willis, but to the teeming, suffering masses of wrongdoers inside them.
Some of whom we hope to put away.
Ah, the very words. You took them out of my mouth. I wonder what that Barrington's really up to. Now, Willis, here we see one of society's cuckoos being dropped from the nest of retribution. But not for long. A recidivist, if ever I saw one.
Shall we offer him a lift?
Hey, I think somebody else had the same idea.
Where are we going?
To see Conran.
What, there?
It's his new hobby, fishing.
Fishing? Conran?
The doctor said he should get more exercise. Lenny?
Eh? Oh! Oh! What do you think?
Yeah, come on.
Blimey. Who needs enemies?
Yeah. Still, it's a wind.
What do we owe you for that then, Squire?
He's not bled on the upholstery, has he? All right, then. Go on. To you, £2.
2 bleeding quid? Just for that?
Don't blame me, son. Blame the Arabs.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, what?
All right. Gorgeous. And I don't tip neither, on principle. And you! Yeah, you thieving old git! Don't know what the world's coming to. It's getting so you can't trust nobody. Could have told you was bent the minute I got in the taxi. Yeah? Yeah. Convict ties. Face like the map of strange ways. Oh, bloody hell. Talking of faces. Get on to Miss World, will you? Tell him when we draw me entry.
You should have gone to the hospital like I told you.
Ah, give over. I'd worse off the wife. May she rest in peace. Whoever she's living with these days. Look, you could be concussed, you know.
Nah, don't hit me on my head. There's some booze in there. Pour us a couple, will ya? I'll have a whiskey.
Got any fags, have you?
Never use them.
Oh, you're a pipe man then?
You must be joking. See you, Dennis, will ya?
Hello.
Oh, excuse me, please. Is that the immigration department?
No, you got the wrong number, mate.
I'm so sorry you've been troubled.
Who was it?
Wrong number. Some Welsh git.
How's the level, Travis?
Okay.
Right. Keep in touch.
Cheers.
Cheers. So what's your name then?
Wilkins. Derek Wilkins.
I'm Lenny Brooks. Glad you bumped into me, under the circumstance.
What the hell happened?
When I walked into this door, see, there's a lot of them about on a cup bank. What were you doing down there?
Oh, it's this hobby I have.
Oh, yeah?
Collecting dead bodies. See, there's this doctor I know. Foreign name. Dead spit of Peter Cushing. Nah, I was just doing a bit of jogging. A few miles. I like to keep in shape, you know.
Oh, yeah?
So do you, I reckon, from the look of all this gear. Hey, that you up there, is it? Looking fierce?
Lovely ladded. That's me.
Have I seen you on the telly, then?
Nah, not recently.
Oh, you retired?
Well, they thought it best, see. I kept getting carried away. So did the blokes I was fighting, mine, but they got carried away in ambulances.
Bad luck, that. There must be a quid or two to be made of that game.
Got a franc, got a peseta.
Oh, you fight abroad now, then, eh?
Well, let's just say I manage, eh? And not a word to the Inland Revenue.
Something I always fancied having a go at that, you know. The old wrestling.
Do a bit, can you?
Well, I'm willing to learn.
I ought to come down to the gym sometime. See how you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So what the hell is Barrington doing on this job, anyway?
Well, you already said it's the only lead they've got.
Oh, do leave off. Look, you know as well as I know how into politics. They're more understrength than we are. At the moment, this is a routine inquiry, right at the best, a long shot, right? So, like I said, what the hell is Barrington doing up here? They don't send him on long shots. First to Oxford, not Barrington.
What are you suggesting, George?
I'm not suggesting anything, Sergeant Singer. I'm just asking the questions, hoping that somebody has the answers.
I'll see you around, all right?
Yeah, look, there's a spoozer down Market Street called the Crown and Garter. I get in there most nights. If you're serious about the wrestling bit, look me up sometime, eh?
Right.
Who is it?
Lobby Lud. Who do you think? You want to fight quick, you better open the door.
Well, look who it is.
Yeah?
Ta.
Who's he?
His name's Igor. He works for this Dr. Frankenstein. He has a canal bank concession. Igor, this is Edna, a very friendly and obliging girl.
Just leave him, was he?
Yeah, look, I'll see you around square, eh?
Right.
Oh, thanks again, eh?
Forget it.
And where did he spring from?
He was there in my hour of need. Where were you?
I told you how mad Conran was when I visited you.
I missed you.
did you do it for? You knew you were due to go to Germany.
Look, you me bird, not me wife. Just stop bloody nagging, will you?
Sorry I spoke. I'm sure I'll see you sometime.
Oh, come on. All right. If that what turns you on, nag me.
It's in at one ear and out at other with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Lenny.
What jail do you want, Knocker?
Not me, son, Mr. Conran. He wants you tonight at the club, 8 o'clock sharp. Don't be late, eh?
Guess who?
Oh, by the way, you haven't seen a pipe lying around anywhere, have you? Wouldn't be one of those posh affairs, would it, with a metal stem?
Yes, that's the one.
No.
Thanks. It could be a coincidence.
When Lenny doesn't even smoke. No, it's Barrington's all right.
What would he be doing in Lenny's flat anyway?
Flat hunting? Well, more to the point, why didn't he mention it to us?
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Must have been my sister. She'll go out with anyone with that one.
How are you, kid?
All right.
Give us a pint of poison.
Don't keep him waiting, Lenny.
Pint of poison, I said.
Here, have this one. I'll pull another.
Well, well, look who it is.
Go meet again, Knocker. Don't know where, don't know when.
In the office.
Right, boss.
How are you, Lenny?
Oh, never better, boss.
Nothing personal, you understand.
Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it?
Only you've been a naughty boy, hadn't you? And naughty boys get their bottoms slapped. Because that's what life is all about, isn't it? Crime and punishment.
It was just a bit of a laugh, that's all.
Yes, but we stopped laughing 28 days ago, didn't we?
I was drunk.
Well, we'll just have to take our drinking in hand, won't we? Now, I tell you what. As of now, we'll consider ourselves on the wagon, all right?
Oh, come on,
You got yourself nicked the night before a shipment was due to be made. Screwed up all my arrangements. Worse than that, drew attention to yourself. Huh? You know what I said when I took you on? One more chance. Understood?
Right, boss. Thanks, boss. When's the next shipment due?
All shipments suspended for the present.
I know, boss.
You can leave the pint.
Well, 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 if it isn't old Igor.
What are you having?
What you doing here?
Looking for you. I've been thinking about what you said about the lessons. Thought I'd take you up on it.
I brought you down here.
I went down to the Crown and Garter. The landlord round there reckoned if you weren't there, you must be up here.
Yeah.
So what are you drinking?
He isn't anymore.
No?
Are you, Lenny?
No, slimming, you know.
Who's this?
Oh, sorry, this is Derek Wilkins. This is Mr. Conran, the owner of the place.
How are you?
Oh, I don't know. Underpaid and overworked. Old friends?
I fell over him on a canal bank.
Oh?
I had this bit of an accident. The one I was telling you about, boss, down to Cook Bank. He found me, put me in a taxi home.
Oh, yes. And now he's found you again.
I'm interested in doing a bit of wrestling, you know. Lenny's offered to give me a few wrinkles.
Ah, he's good at that, is Lenny. Giving people wrinkles. Ask Edna. Any good, are you?
Oh, just a novice, really.
But willing to learn.
Right.
Not a local, then?
Just passing through, you know, trying to earn the odd shilling.
Well, you don't get much for a shilling these days.
Nothing going here, is there?
You know, I'm afraid we're full up. What do you do?
Anything that pays well.
Well, we'll have to keep our eyes open for you, won't we? Give him a whiskey to go with that pint, Edna, love. And a grapefruit juice for your boyfriend while you're at it.
Cheers.
My pleasure.
Nice bloke.
Yeah.
Handy that, though, isn't it? Him turning up and finding Lenny like that, and then being interested in wrestling. Yes, very fortuitous. Get on to Charlie and Doug. Have him watch, just in case, eh?
Okay, boss.
Ralph Conran, age 48. Unmarried, owner of the Silverdale Sporting and Social Club.
What's his form?
Well, he's been done twice for receiving and once for pimping, but that was years ago. Since then, he's been as clear as a whistle.
Or learned to be more careful.
Yeah. Went to London 8 years ago to seek his fortune and apparently came away with one because the first thing he did was buy this club.
Any idea where he got his money from?
That's something everybody's wondered about, is that?
Yes, I can imagine.
Heard anything from Willis yet?
No, only that, well, he thinks that the exercise will do him the power. Good.
And then there's this one. Come at me.
You mad bastard!
Hey, did your own life flash by in front of your eyes?
You could have broken my bleeding neck.
Oh, it's a great way to go, though. Instantaneous.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Come on, let's have a shower. Go back to my place, have a drink, did I?
What's wrong with the bar downstairs?
Funny thing, but all of a sudden I've gone right off the ale they sell down there.
Yes, Helmut?
Just to let you know, I shall be arriving midday tomorrow, flight BA963. Have somebody to meet me. We'll talk at your house.
BA963. Will you have it with you?
Goodbye, Conran.
Is Lenny still upstairs in the gym?
Gone home, boss.
Yeah. Not like a good workout, eh, Igor?
Yeah, I enjoyed every minute.
Yeah?
Lenny, Conran here.
Oh, hello, boss. Yeah?
Now listen, he's flying in tomorrow.
What time tomorrow, boss?
12 o'clock noon, flight B963. Pick him up at the airport.
Hang about, boss. BA963. 12 o'clock?
Yes.
Righto, boss. There you go.
So when's my next lesson then?
You're a masochist, Igor. Do you know that?
Tomorrow?
No, I'm a bit busy tomorrow.
Take over.
So what's the first from Oxford doing, being a copper?
Well, I wanted to raise the tone of the force, didn't I? Anyway, who told you I was the first?
George Bullman.
Good second, actually. And he was Cambridge. Is he still on his Open University thing?
Yeah.
Good old George.
He's a good copper.
Oh, yeah, probably unique, I should think, in the history of police work. When he passes on, he should be stuffed and hung in the Black Museum.
Hello? Yeah, hang on. It's for you.
Hello.
Can I talk, sir?
No, I'll call round. Right, I'll see you later.
Can I say where you've gone, if anybody wants to know, sir?
Yes, out.
Did you get a gander inside the van?
Well, enough to see it wasn't just bread they were selling.
London registration, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't Thomas Mackay and Son bakers, was it?
How did you know?
I used it myself. I think they'd stretch to a new nondescript from time to time, wouldn't you?
I don't get it.
What don't you get?
Well, what's his idea? I mean, if he has got Lenny's flat bugged, why not let us know?
Ah, you've been away from London too long. You're beginning to forget how their parochial little metropolitan minds work. Now, put yourselves in their position. Here's this enterprising British exporter trying to help the balance of payments by flooding Germany with Deutschmarks. And the Germans don't like it. And they're kicking the Foreign Office, and the Foreign Office is kicking the Commissioner, and the Commissioner's kicking you. And all you've come up with so far is sweet Fanny Adams. And all of a sudden, you get your first big break. But Lord, oh Lord, it's slap bang in the middle of somebody else's patch. Now, you could hand it over, bag and baggage, to the local gendarmerie, but you know what these provincials are like. And supposing they just managed to crack it all on their own.
Ah, there's no promotion in that.
Exactly. Nothing to satisfy that ever-demanding, self-satisfied smirk that Clever Dick is hooked on like a junkie. A Cheshire cat addicted to its own smile.
So what does he do?
Well, he goes through the motions of putting the work our way, but he comes up himself, pursuing his own inquiries, ready, willing, and available to take the lion's share of whatever glory is going.
If the flat is bugged, you'll know about Lenny's little job tomorrow.
Yeah. Gonna be crowded, isn't it? That road, back from the airport.
Well?
Nobody about, boss.
It's a good place.
It seemed like a good investment. I always say you can't lose money on property. Have you got it? Well, have you got it?
There's something I have to tell you.
Well? Oh, wait outside.
Do you know how the great fortunes are made on the stock exchange, Conran? I'll tell you. They're made by taking your profits before a share peaks, not being greedy, being satisfied.
So?
I am satisfied, so I'm getting out.
You what?
That's right. If you had any sense, you would do the same. But of course, you won't. You're a greedy man. Most rich men are who were once poor. It's a form of insecurity.
What about us, the arrangement?
You'll find a new distributor, Conrad. You're a very resourceful man. If you hadn't been, I should never have done business with you.
You said you'd got hold of the new equipment.
So I have.
Well, then I don't get it.
You will get it, if the price is right.
How much?
200,000 pounds in cash.
150.
I won't haggle, Conrad. Take it or leave it. I know other people who would snatch my hand off.
I'll need time.
I'm flying back the day after tomorrow. You know where I'm staying.
Well, the devil wasn't I told that Lenny Brooks picked up someone at the airport yesterday?
We tried to contact you, but you were playing golf.
That information was deliberately withheld from me, and you know it.
Would it be impertinent to ask, sir, how you found out about it?
I'm a detective, Bullman, didn't you know?
Yours, I believe.
Where did you find that?
Lenny Brooks' flat. It was left behind by persons or persons unknown when they broke in there to bug his telephone. Now, that was careless of them, wasn't it, sir?
All right, you listen to me, Bullman. You heard what Rainbow said at the briefing. Full cooperation was what I was promised, and full cooperation is what I am going to have. From now on, I want the latest news as it happens and when it happens, or I'll have that head of yours on a pike. All right? All right. Now, is there anything else anyone would like to mention while we're at it?
I suppose you happen to know who the airport man was, do you, sir?
His name is Hirsch.
You know anything about him?
No, only what you've told me. What about this house that he went to?
Bought about a year ago by Conrad.
Does he live there?
No.
So why the guard dog?
Do we pay the place another visitor?
I'll let you know what we decide.
Your shout, Derek.
Half a Nigerian light. Now what?
You know what you've become, don't you, Lenny? You've become a liability.
Hey?
In fact, you're a bloody menace.
What have I done now?
He's a plant.
Who?
Your friend, the lovely Derek. He talks to policemen. He's probably a copper himself.
No idea, boss, honest.
It's your problem, Lenny.
Ready? Yeah. And take it easy this time, eh?
Good job we're mates.
Knock it off, will you?
I broke a bloke's neck like this once, you know. Forgot myself. It happens sometimes.
You lost your marbles or something?
We'll make it last, shall we? Officer.
Killed him, have you?
He'll be all right.
Pity, you'd have saved us a job. Oh, don't be silly. They'd enjoy hurting you. They're like that.
What you do with him, boss?
Now, we'll have a talk first, see what he knows.
What about him?
Lenny, I think you might enjoy another midnight swim.
And good morning to all you early birds. The time is now 6:24. Quick look at the weather. It's going to be mild again and mostly dry with 1 or 2 showers later on. And windy. Not the best forecast we've ever seen, but at least it's going to be dry this morning. We'll be back with the 6:30 news right after this.
Thanks a lot, Squire. Yeah, I'll let you have these back when I've finished.
Oh, you?
A police officer. Oh, yeah. Friend of the deceased. An accident, do you reckon?
Oh, why not? He's done that sort of thing before.
Ah, come on now. You don't really believe that, do you? Boyfriend?
Murdering bastard.
Conron. Look, I'm looking for a friend of mine, Derek Wilkins, police officer. They've got him, haven't they? Haven't they? Where? Look, darling. They drowned Lenny. Deliberately.
I never told you, all right?
Right.
Well, there's this house that Conran has out in the country.
Yes, we know about that. Anywhere else?
Are you presuming to tell me what I can or cannot do on my own patch, Inspector?
I am telling you that if we move in now, we screw up the entire operation.
Look, if Willis's cover is blown, they're going to want to find out what else he knows, aren't they? Have you any idea what might be happening to him, if it isn't already?
All right, David. That's enough. Right, Inspector, what's going on?
May I suggest that you talk to Chief Superintendent Barker in London?
Oh, I have every intention of doing just that, Inspector. That is, if my own chief constable doesn't prefer to talk to the commissioner himself. Just as soon as you've told me what the hell is going on my patch.
All right. It is not just a straightforward counterfeiting operation. Oh, that is going on, and the indications are that Conran is running the English end of it, or at least fronting it. But there's more.
Go on.
Well, the problem with counterfeiting, as you very well know, is with identical serial numbers.
So?
Well, the German police received a tip-off that Hirsch has got his hands on some new equipment capable of varying the numbers. The same sort of things that the Royal Mint itself uses.
I see. Why weren't we told about this in the first place? As if I didn't know.
Look, I was just following orders, sir. That's something you'll have to take up with Mr. Barker.
Oh, I look forward to that, Inspector, with acute pleasure. All right, David, move in immediately.
Look, if we bag the villains and miss that equipment, this entire caper will have been a write-off.
And what about Willis? If we bag the equipment and end up with one dead constable, are you going to tell me that the operation will then be regarded as a success?
You heard what I said, David. Move in.
I really wouldn't advise that, sir, not without talking
Your
to
advice has been noted, Inspector, and rejected. Now, can I give you some advice? Catch the next train to London. Or better still, get your friends in the bread van to give you a lift. They'll be going that way themselves.
Right, lads. See what you can find.
Where's Lenny today?
I think he went for a drink.
Ah, Helmut. Hey, come on in. I'm afraid we had to move out of the house rather quickly last night. Everything's been stored here until we can find suitable premises in some other part of the country. There's been a complication, you see.
What complication?
Him.
Who is he?
He's a copper.
Police?
That's right, a sort of undercover agent. There's nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. Have you gone out of your mind?
Don't worry. Everything's been moved. And without that, they can't prove a thing. Otherwise, they'd have picked us up already, wouldn't they?
And what about this one?
I'm afraid he's going to have a nasty accident.
I won't be a party to murder.
So who's asking you to be? You've got something to sell. We wish to buy it. That's you finished. All right.
You have some money?
Show him, Wally. Would you care to check the serial numbers? Half an hour and a half later when we've seen the gear and are satisfied, all right?
All right. I'll go and get it.
And Knock'll go with you, just to see you don't get lost.
Very well.
A carrier's case for him, Knocker?
Shall I?
We'll wait till dark. Deal with Helmut at the same time. It's tidier that way.
Right, boss.
Look out!
You all right, son?
Terrific. Now, what happened?
Got a tip. Some German from the airport.
Helmut Hirsch.
I wouldn't give a name. Wanted to remain anonymous. We got it just before the plane left for Cologne.
Did Hirsch take the equipment back with him, do you think?
What equipment? I don't believe there ever was any equipment. The whole thing was a rip-off, sort of retirement pension to himself.
All right, Mr. Conron. How is he?
Oh, he'll be all right. When they pump the goldfish out of him.
Some villain, eh? 9 bleeding lives.
You'll spend the next one inside. How are you feeling now, anyway?
All right. Better than lovely Leonard. Alas, poor Lenny. I knew him well. I didn't like him much, but I knew him.
Which reminds me. That rumour thing. It's Henry IV Part 2. Not 1. I looked it up.
Just testing, Sarge. Just testing.
Yeah.